What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Tired of this car, then switch it. Tired of my old girl, new chicken. All right, understand something consistent about consistently switching it up. That's what my guy, Lil Baby, was talking about in that song, Consistent. That's what my man was talking about. He was talking about consistently switching it up. All right. And boy, if that ain't the motto for the Florida Gators right now, consistent about consistently switching it up. I don't know what to do with Billy Napier. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to respond. I don't know how to act or even really think about my man's Billy. Like at some point, I think he's great. At some point, I don't. Chauncey Bowens obviously flipped from Florida to Georgia last week. That wasn't really the news that set Billy Bags off. It was Lane Kiffin going out and kind of trolling him on social media. There was a 2025 quarterback out of the state of Florida named Austin Simmons that was going to reclassify all the way from 2025. He's a homeschool kid. It's really weird. He's going to reclassify all the way from 2025 to 2023. It was, according to my people, like a done deal. So much so that Napier was almost even like open to talk about it with the media down there. Like not open to talk about it, but kind of hinting at the possibility that this guy was going to come on campus. And then Austin Simmons obviously flips to Ole Miss, so much so that Lane Kiffin's like out on the timeline, like noticeably trolling Billy Napier. And so that doesn't necessarily make Billy Napier happy. And over the last 3 days, Billy Napier has been on an absolute tear. Aaron Childs, 4-star linebacker, Amir Jackson, Amaris Williams, Nasir Johnson, Marcus Maskell, Mekhi Burrow, who committed today over Georgia. Jamonte Waller just committed before the show started today. And if you can't applaud that performance, I mean, what can you applaud? You know what I mean? Like the dude's on an obvious tear. He's obviously ripping off commitments left and right. And he's obviously having a good, not just good, a very successful run on the commitment trail, right? You have to sit here and say, hey, Billy's getting it done, right? Billy's out here landing top 250 players, 5 of them, 5 top 250 players in 3 days. If you can't applaud that, you can't really applaud anything that a coach is doing out here, at least on the recruiting end of things. But I'm still very, very perplexed about this program. Okay, I want to give him as much credit as I possibly can, but there is a problem. Okay, we're in the middle of June, and though he has now 16 commits in this class, we are adamant. We're not changing our opinions on the fact that Florida might be a 4-8 football team this year. They might be a 5-7 football team this year. They might be a 6-6 football team this year. Okay. So yeah, we're here in June and the down payments are paying off. Like things are happening recruiting wise. All right. You're getting momentum on the recruiting trail all before a season that we really, really think is going to be bad. Like everyone involved, even Florida fans to a man will tell you it's going to get ugly this year. Like it's a bad schedule. Graham Mertz, not that great. It's not going to be a good year for the Gators this year. Where's the mo? Where's the momentum? Where are we going to find it? Well, right now you're dumping the clip on the momentum in the middle of the summer, and that's fine, man. Okay, but that's 2023, and then y'all seen the 2024 schedule. The 2024 schedule is absolutely berserk. Okay, with what we assume to be a freshman quarterback in DJ Lagway, that's going to be the starting quarterback in 2024. So here's the deal, right? I want to sit here and tell you that Billy Napier is a sitting duck. I want to tell you that after just a year, okay, had a bunch of coaches leave, one that he asked to leave, but a bunch of coaches dip out, okay? A recruiting class last year that wasn't all that great, starting to turn things around now, okay? I'm perplexed. I want to sit here and tell you that the seat was so hot after last season, and it's so dim looking towards this year that the seat ain't even hot anymore. It's already cooled off. It's like lukewarm. Like I really want to sit here and say that. Then I start doing more digging on this program, right? More and more digging on this program. Start talking to people in and out of the building down there in Gainesville. And you start to find out like kids love this dude. Kids really, really love this dude. They like him. They want to play for him. They want to play hard for him. But the performances don't necessarily match up. The schedule's not optimal at all. Okay? Not optimal at all. And it's hard for me right now in June of 2023 to believe that this dude's going to survive the next 2 seasons that are inward for him, despite the fact of the news of the last 4 days. Okay, and despite the fact that apparently his players love him. Like, that's nuts that you're not – we might not be out here long enough for the Billy Napier experience to see it bear fruit And that means I think maybe the next head coach at Florida might have a really, really optimal chance to get after it. But man, I don't know what to do. Okay. By the way, I freaking love what they do schematically. I love what they do schematically. I think they do the right stuff. I think they're trying to be Georgia with Tennessee football players, if that makes sense. Like they're trying to be Georgia, but recruit at like Michigan's level, which is okay, but you're not going to beat Georgia doing what Georgia does with Georgia's players when you have Michigan type caliber players. You see what I'm saying? So it's a reasonable thought process to think they're going to have success, but nothing tells me that they're going to wait around long enough for him to have it. Like, it's great that he got out in front of everything, got some momentum this week on the recruiting trail, but whew, man, got a long way to go to signing day and some ugly, ugly games inward for Florida. I don't like writing coaches off when I hear that players love them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's any way possible that there's reasonable success in terms of like an 8 or 9 win season coming this year for Florida. It's not happening. And then in 2024, if everything else around DJ Lagway is settled, maybe he's good enough to make them a contending team in the SEC East. But like, man, that's a lot of losing before the light turns, you know, or the vision turns a little bit more green, unless you're just out here dominating on the recruiting trail. If Billy Napier can find a way to get all these guys to signing day, he might have a chance. If they end up getting like the top 5, top 4 recruiting class, top 6 recruiting class, maybe they stick around and hold that one on. But we told you it's going to get way darker before dawn comes for Florida and that football team, based off A, the schedule, and B, the roster as it currently situates. We got a loaded show for you guys. Oh, hey there. What you just watched was a portion of our live broadcast, Nothing But Rants, NBR, the show where I find topics that I'm oddly passionate about and I pontificate upon them. They're not hot takes, but rather takes that I'm hot about. If you want to join us live, we are live Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 9 p.m. here on the channel. Please subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. If you like it, there's probably more in one of these windows. We'll see you next time.